Ken Trahan with Lenny Van Gilder. It's our First NBC Bank weekend preview brought to you by First NBC Bank with locations all over the place in Southeast Louisiana, Florida Panhandle, and continuing to grow. Stay tuned. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNola.com. The fallout continues from the firing of Monty Williams, an awkward press conference with Dell Demps, which I had a chance to watch, and it really didn't seem like this was in Demps' heart when you watched it and listened to him at the time. So a lot of scenarios, which I wrote about and others have opined about on our website as well at SportsNola.com, regarding what might have happened. Plausible that he wanted an extension and didn't get it. Plausible that maybe he and Dell Demps didn't agree. Plausible that Joe Dumars may have had influence on Saints ownership and on Mickey Loomis. And plausible that they just didn't feel like Monty Williams could take them to the next level. Just a lot of different variables here, Lenny.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Moving on.
But it could be any and all of those things. At the end of the day, this franchise obviously is like the other 29 in the league, aspires to win a championship, and is what you have in place the best way to get you there. And if they think that's not the case, and who knows exactly what the scenario was that led up to what happened on Tuesday, that's why these things happen. And is it because of a split in the whole decision process? And there's a number of ways they could have gone. Obviously, they could have chosen to get rid of both Monty Williams and Dell Demps, or pick one or the other, or even stay the course. But if you're not going to stay the course, that leaves those other three options. The option they've chosen, at least for now, is to replace Monty Williams. Now, who do you replace him with? Do you get someone better? Let's see if there truly is something in mind here. And obviously, the speculation has begun on who will be the new coach of the Pelicans. As I say, stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned indeed. The names are out there left and right, and you can read about it at SportsNola.com. And we'll see what transpires. One thing for sure, we do wish Monty Williams nothing but the best. He's been a pleasure to deal with and a good man. And I have no doubt he'll land another job soon, and he'll probably get another crack to be a head coach in the NBA at some point.
Well, he's young, so that certainly works in his favor. And one thing we've seen over and over again in the NBA, literally, is over and over the same coaches come back and coach these teams. It's a very tough fraternity to break into. There's only 30 of those jobs, and it's very tough to crack it from the outside.
Rookie minicamp underway for the New Orleans Saints, so a chance for rookies to gather, a chance to start disseminating through all of the stuff you have to cut through, the playbook, the understanding of formations, the understanding of terminology, getting to know your coaches. So really the first look for the Saints at the group of draft picks they have, a whole bunch of those, as well as free agents.
Yeah, it'll be a busy 3 days of, really kind of a cram session. And then you segue right from that into OTAs starting next week. So it's it's a busy time. I guess the off season is officially over on Airline Drive.
Well, it certainly is, and we look forward to seeing how it all shakes out. Of course, baseball, LSU, South Carolina, and the Tigers, Lenny, if they win 2 or 3 in this series, they're automatically a national seed because they will have won the SEC regular season.
I think they are, regardless of what happens, and we will see how it how it plays out. LSU coming off a Tuesday night win, easily as you might expect, over UNO on the lakefront, and now like you say, the big thing you're playing for is the regular season title at this point, and trying to get that trophy, and then of course you go on to Hoover next week.
Tulane and Southeastern continued their quests to make the NCAA tournament, and they're both positioned pretty well, but they both have to continue to win.
They do. I think it's, I think Tulane, it's really pretty simple here. I think if they can win 2 out of 3 at Memphis this weekend, to finish over 500 in the league, possibly as high as maybe a tie for second or maybe the 3rd seed in their conference tournament, I think they're in pretty good shape to land a spot. Southeastern's in good shape in the RPI. I think this weekend series split between the Lakefront and Hammond against UNO to wrap up the regular season. You get the sweep there and you win this league by 4 games, let's say, whatever the case may be, then I think you've got a chance to make that stand that if you don't win the tournament, that you can get in at large with a convincing regular season title and dominating the rest of the league.
High school baseball, 7 classifications deciding state championships this weekend already underway in Sulphur at McMurray Field. Brother Martin and John Curtis, the 2 local teams carrying the torch, if you will, Lenny. It's kind of slim pickings for the New Orleans teams.
Yeah, and it's a little bit surprising that you only have 2 out of 28 28 teams. Had to do the math there for a second. Only 2 of them from Southeast Louisiana here, from the Metro New Orleans area. You'd like to see more. There's been years we've seen, obviously, just in 5A alone, we've seen that many or more. And I think it's just it's a cyclical thing. It's how things broke in terms of the brackets and such this year. We had chances for some other teams. E.D. White played an unbelievable quarterfinal game, was 4 outs away from upsetting Evangel to advance to the semis. Obviously, Franklinton had a great year, just could not get out of a tough quarterfinal series against St. Michael. Number of others that had chances to be able to be in this position, but just 2 men standing at this point, and 2 pretty good ones as well. We thought Brother Martin would be good when the year started. Dealt with some struggles early on, dealt with some pitching injuries. They are healthy. They are playing their best baseball. John Curtis has been solid all year. You mentioned in the update on Monday, now they've got Hunter Dale back. Cabrera is, fully healthy again. They are at full strength, and that's what you want going into this time of year.
You can listen to Brother Martin baseball game Friday at 4 p.m. on WSLA 1560 AM. Jude Young and Bill Gallagher will have the call. Should Brother Martin win, they'll be on WGSO 990 AM Saturday at 5 p.m. And finally, the New Orleans Voodoo on the road at Cleveland Friday night to take on the Gladiators, a team that whipped them earlier this year. They're going to have to step up their play to have a shot in this one.
Yeah, they indeed will. And the good news is LeBron James won't be playing for Cleveland, at least in this game. So that's one good thing that the Voodoo have. He might be playing Game 7 or, the next night. But no, that will not be the case. And, it did now, like we mentioned earlier in the week, it gets a little tougher with a lot more on the road getting mixed into that schedule now.
Yeah, and you can throw in the Zephyrs at home, too. We should have mentioned, too. Homestand again and playing really well, by the way.
Yeah, they are. And, finishing out a home series against Oklahoma City on Friday. So, the Dodgers now, the AAA affiliate of Oklahoma City. Zach Lee, remember him, the former LSU Tiger, for 2 weeks. Was going to be the quarterback. Well, he's now a high prospect in the Dodgers organization. Pitched against the Zephyrs on Wednesday, and it's interesting to see a lot of these guys come rolling through in different capacities, whether they're players that we've seen at different times or on the college level. Lee's a different story. He spent not even 2 weeks on LSU's campus.
Well, that's a pretty busy docket to look forward to this weekend. That's our First NBC Bank weekend preview brought to you by First NBC Bank. Right now, 35 locations and growing throughout Southeast Louisiana and the Florida Panhandle. That's First NBC Bank, proud sponsor of SportsNola.com. For Lenny, I'm Kenny. Have a great weekend and God bless.